Hello, good morning. Sharing some ideas. What I like and what I need. What I need, we have this as instinct in our life. Our bodies, they need food, they need water, all the things. It's not easy to determine or to distinguish, I should say, between the true feeling and the false symptom. It's not easy. We like things, I say, I like, and what I need, that's a necessity. It's not easy. This is not easy if the instinct is not under control. In general, it makes the person dethroned. There is a governor, there is a king. If he doesn't pay attention to the instinct, he might be dethroned, which is the case. This is how we feel. And then what's going to happen? I'm going to seek this kind of position, dominance. In this world, in work nexus, this power, I will seek it elsewhere all the time, most of the time. Good, bad, religious, non-religious, this is our weakness in our life, but just people are categorized differently. To distinguish between the habits are just a routine, and between and necessities. I'm not talking about material world. Getting to the food, getting to the hunger, getting to, a person is hungry, person is thirsty. I'm referring this to fasting. What is the purpose of fasting? Why fasting? These days, like yesterday was the first day, no, today actually, so the first day of Ramadan. As a matter of fact, we have maybe 1 hour to break the fast. Somehow, by inspiration, something came to my mind. I said, let me share it with our fellow brothers and sisters. So, as I said, human being, because of our weakness, what we want to do? We create, most of the time we create a system. And this system, and then a system, and then it becomes systematic. What do we mean by systematic? I do it unconsciously. Systematism, do it consciously. We create a curriculum, that's good, you understand. But along this curriculum, there is an absence of the conscience. How to determine all of these in our life? See, the Creator asked a human being to fast. To fast, everybody has his interpretation. It's not about an interpretation, it's for people, they do it worshipfully. They obey God. It's not to understand it, no. But thinking philosophically, scientifically, what's going on, that's an ideal. Through the year, 11 months, we eat during certain time. And this is very normal to mankind. You tell a person, I don't eat, because because it's not my time to eat, or this is very, very rare. What Ramadan comes to do to the person, the first day, like today, for those who drink coffee or like they are with the stimulants, gosh, headache. Oh, that's true, yeah, it's a headache. Tea, caffeine, and nicotine. This, it's like almost the end of the world. You feel the first day, especially 12 o'clock, I feel tired, I can't move, I can't, and I can't. You hear this self-indoctrination. The following day, for those who have experienced this, it's little different. The third, the fourth, and then you realize that you no longer are hungry during 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or even 2 o'clock, or you're no longer hungry. You can understand here you are bringing, the compass to its equilibrium or balance. I was eating is not me, the habit that was eating. Those signals that were being manifested, signals. What are the signals? Appetite, desires, they were false. I was eating, you just look at the person. Now, someone's going to say, well, this is just appetite, so what's wrong with... No. There are signals controlling everything in our life. About the food, drinking food, and as I said, 10 days, maybe even, 3, 4, 5 days is just different. When you reach the 15th, maybe the 20th, you realize you are another person. Totally another person. And people are different. Some people are sitting, people are sleeping the whole day. Some people are different, are rewarded differently. Someone who is working, doing this, he will realize something different. What is something is a big mystery about fasting. What do you feel? I don't know. Could you explain it? You cannot. You take all the pens in the world, you try to write it, to explain. We don't have enough word, we don't know. But me, I'm gonna give you, not to give you, I give one drop from its ocean. What the person feels, maybe I felt it, or I don't know. We're going to speak about this later. So to distinguish between a true symptom and a false symptom, then you realize, as I said, that what was really pushing the instinct is l'inconscient, is something doesn't have conscience. If the conscience, look up conscience, is not vigilant, he will become under the command of the unconsciousness. This day, what do we have in the first day of Ramadan? The night before is, they call it the night of the doubt. And the Prophet said, he did not say it's not, he said you should not fast that day. Simple. It's not haram, halal, only if a person has something, some debts. He should fast, it's not a problem for him, or it's not like it's his usual day. But it is preferable not to fast it, to live this. Christians, when sometimes they debate some certain things, that's a kind of a joke. They say, why you have to live in a doubt? Why you have this doubt? We have the 25th of December, which is Christmas Day. We know it, you know it. Why you have to live in a doubt? The mystery here is not about a doubt. Do not go with the habit. The lunar calendar is moving with the seasons. Epicycloid, like this, day and night, and doing like this. This is an epicycloid turning around the year, around the seasons. So that day, do not say that's it, the day. There's no say, this uncertainty. It's the potential property of the believer if he waits. You wait, you are linked to the solar system, to the Milky Way. They saw the crescent, or they did not see it, but you know, you live that kind of instance, that kind of like pending situation to develop. There is something. Do not go with the tracing. That's it. Day to day, day. This is what how human being is characterized by this kind of systematism, by this kind of habit, food, wherever. You have to take this at certain, you know what I'm saying, does not correspond, does not try to find a rapport with his body. He doesn't have anything, you know, we eat just with, there is no contact with the body, with hunger. There's no contact, as you can see today with the bottles. We walk, person is no longer in contact with the thirst. So, well, the night, what do? You don't know. Then they say it's a day, you know, have to fast. So that decision of the governor decides to. What is he doing? You say near the intention that tomorrow you're going to fast. Actually, is the governor. He's recuperating his kingdom. Of course, before. And why before we can fast? Before the dawn. There is a link with the Milky Way. You don't have a link with the Milky Way. You are above the Milky Way. You know, the vortex of the Milky Way, with this intention, because from whom it is coming, this decision or the instruction, wherever, it's coming from the Creator. You are a terrestrial person, but you are an astral person. From the celestial world, your mind will navigate. How do you feel? As I said earlier, question mark. You say, we feel in our life the biggest problem in our life, we don't have control. The governor, the nervous system, the CNS, nervous system does not have control over the body, over his kingdom. There is a governor. There is a vice governor, call him vice president, call him whatever you want. That's the intellect, counselor. And then you have signals, they come from the population. What population? They are nerves. Signals from the organs, they go to the nervous system. They are manifested. Organs. There is another response from the nervous system. This is truly in anatomy. I'm talking about what's going on. The nerves, they go along the body through the organs and impulse through the body. They navigate. Somehow, when a signal comes from the organs, from the instinct toward to the nervous system, it's a different response. There is another nerves, organs that transport the signals to the organ. The signals that come from the central nervous system, nerve impulses that are called efferent nerves, EFF. When they come from the organs, they are called afferent. That's weird. They don't take the same direction. They are different. The system you look at here, if the instinctual impulse from the person, whether it's from the organ that he was get burned, whether it's from the appetite, desires, the response is different. That's to understand that the nervous system, if he is not, okay, this is happens automatically, autonomically. We understand. But to show the person that if the nervous system doesn't pay attention to that, he will be under the instinct, under the habit, under the control of the habit, under the control of all the organs without realizing it. Here, we feel in our life bored. We feel the deprivation. I have a house, just an example. Beautiful house, I have a car, I have a job, but still kind of like stress. This is the loss. You know, this is what I said about the feeling, about fasting and feeling, you know, appetite desires, sexual desires, a lot of things, and people are different. Those people who survey what's their language, what they say, it's also a part of that. So as I said, in the morning, the time, the habit of the caffeine at 7 o'clock, the habit is going to come and it's going to start making a manifestation. You are tired. There are signals. There are signals coming towards pushing to the nervous system, to the governor. I have to need my coffee. I need my coffee. And then at 12 o'clock, I need my food. I'm tired. I'm the other one person. You know, something. If he doesn't pay attention to this, he will ruin his kingdom. That's the habit. That's not something I get habit, I get used to something during the 11 months. Caffeine at 7 o'clock or 8, wherever. At 12 o'clock, I sit on the table, I eat. This is the habit controlling the governor. So these months, the government will recuperate his kingdom. To begin with, some certain things I wrote down a while ago. So begin with, we have the central nervous system, which is the governor over the whole body. We have nerve impulses that travel along the body and transmit signals from the central nervous system to the organs. The nerves that carry these impulses are called efferent nerves. We have nerve impulses that travel along the body and transmit signals from the organs to the central nervous system. These impulses travel along the afferent nerves. We know that these nerves impulses originally travel in one direction. If, for example, information from the genital system, sexual desire, or the digestive system, appetite desire, is transmitted to the nervous system through a nerve, action orders from the brain cannot travel back to the genital or the stomach through the same nerve. There is another nerve that is an efferent one, which carries the return message. The central nervous system, the governor, should not accept every instinctual desire without the consultation of his special intellect, his knowledgeable prime minister. In other words, when the stimulus is transmitted to him, he must not get confused between what the system wants and what it needs. I don't want to go far because it's a long one. So this is actually what is the self when a person feels self. There's certain feelings when fasting. As I said, nobody. You go to the doctor, you go to the psychologist, or go to the psychiatrist, or you go to the imam, or you go to the priest. No. This is, nobody knows it, can give it to you. You feel it, but you feel such a pleasure. That kind of false fatigue, sloth, I don't know what's the word. Extreme fatigue, that's not true. But I am talking about extreme fatigue. In a sport, you practice, I don't know if you practice sport. I practice sport during Ramadan. I'm fine, alhamdulillah. You feel that time of being exhausted and say there is the second breath. I don't know how you call it in English. In French, say le second souffle. Second energy that comes from nowhere. Actually, the body starts utilizing its reserves. Reserves that are totally burdening human being. He try and here he get rid of these toxic, and those are extra things in the body. Thank you so much for your attention. May the Lord open every door of prosperity in front of you, and I see you soon.